Hi everyone, welcome to the Chord Ellis Music Files number 6. So this has been rescheduled because of problems of Zoom. So firstly I'm going to play the special guest choice of song, which is called All Right, All Wrong. I hope you enjoy.
Well, I just can't take it and I don't know if I'll make it. What will I do so I can carry on? I could lock it up and save it forever while I think and pretend it's real when it's all wrong. Many moons ago the struggle seemed to understand. But since the world ends, my kingdom tumbling down, with us resistance to forgive and forget the enemy is easier said than done. Wishing you would never trust again, you were left all on your own. But what can I say? What can I do? Will it really make a difference anyway? Well, I just can't take it and I don't know if I'll make it. What will I do so I can carry on? I could lock it up and save it forever. I will fake it, pretend it's real when it's all wrong. Once upon a time there was a boy who catched the sun rays. But since the storm shed aside forever, you could only see him like otherwise. But what can I say, and what can I do, and will it really make a difference anyway? Well, I just can't take it and I don't know if I'll make it. What can I do so I can carry on? I could lock it up and save it forever. I think it pretend it's right when it's all wrong. But what can I say? And what can I do? And will it really make a difference anyway? Well, I just can't take it and I don't know if I'll make it. What will I do so I can carry on? I could lock it up and save it forever. I can pretend it's right when it's all wrong.
So that song was All Right and All Wrong by my next guest, Stevie Gordon. Hi Stevie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing alright, yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So yeah, I just wanted to firstly say that's the first time I've heard that song and I really enjoyed it. It's had so meaningful words and it really came from the heart.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It was definitely like a meaning. I wanted that song to have a lot of meaning from it, and it was very much portraying like difficult times I was going through. So yeah, it holds meaning in my heart as well, definitely. But yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Yeah. So when did you actually start playing the guitar and singing, and how hard is it to actually combine the two?
So I began singing from about the age of 5 when I joined a choir. My first choir was in Portobello Music School, which was kind of like a kind of like a separate kind of it was like I guess it was kind of like a day school thing that happened on the weekend. So anyway, I was in a choir there, and I've been in various choirs ever since. But yeah, ever since I started that, I've just loved singing, and yeah, it's really great release, and good for your mental health, I feel. I first started the guitar when I was about 17, 16. At first, it was like self-taught, and then I got a few lessons at college when I was studying music. And that was around the same time that I started writing songs. So, I mean, I'd say for me at least, it's not that difficult to combine the two, really. Once you keep practicing and once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. So, yeah, and that's how that's what I would say about it. It's not too difficult for me, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about the singing and stuff to do with helping mental health and stuff, because I know through some troubled times I've been through, it sort of helped me sort of singing and sort of releasing that tension and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, would you say there's a certain theme or genre to your songs you write or cover?
So I'd say my genre is very mixed. I guess it would come under like the indie and alternative kind of category. So I mean, I would say as well, there's a little bit of folk in there as well. So it's kind of like alternative and folk inspired, really.
Yeah.
And they're mainly kind of acoustic based, like so. Mainly for my acoustic guitar and I mean, there's some electric guitar in there as well, and there's if I'm recording a song, I would do bass as well, and like possibly piano, but it's very rare. But yeah, I would say it's a mixed genre. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say my favourite genre to sort of sing and play is probably 60s and sort of 70s music, because that's what I mostly listen to, and sort of like smooth and sort of love songs. Sort of.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That.
Yeah, no, they're really good. They're great. They're great to sing, and they're great to cover, and they're good to write as well. That's a really good kind of category to kind of be in, really. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know, but some people might not know that you performed as part of Take the Stage Open Mics on quite a few occasions. It ran till quite recently. I just wondered how you found the whole experience of performing as part of that.
Honestly, I loved the whole experience. It was really enjoyable, really fun. It is just really nice to have your music and performance appreciated, because it's very nerve-wracking performing on stage, especially when it's your own material.
Yeah.
So it's an absolute joy that people enjoy it. I also feel that the audience I've played in front of has really listened and engaged in my performing. And it really means a lot to me. So yeah, I mean, the whole experience has really been amazing.
We are hoping to do more in the future. It's sort of on a hiatus at the moment because I've got other projects I'm doing at the moment, but I'll certainly let you know if we're starting to do events again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, what would you say your favourite song to perform is, a cover or original?
So I think my favourite song to perform is my original Caledonian Land. it was my first song that I wrote properly by myself, and that I ever performed, really. So it really holds a special place in my heart, and like, it has a lot of meaning to me. And yeah, I'm very proud of that song. You know, especially since it was my first one, and I've always been proud of that song. So it makes me feel a sense of happiness when I play it. Yeah, and definitely a sense of pride as well.
Where was actually the first place you performed at? Do you remember?
That's a very good question. As far as I can remember, it was at the Barrowlands in Glasgow, when I was part of Impact Arts. We were doing. You might have been there as well, actually. Now that I remember.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah.
Cash Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was basically my first performance. Yeah. So Impact Arts summer session was where I wrote that song, and like, it was it was my first performance, really. So that was lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually first performed at do you know Bridgend Farm near Cameron Toll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually performed there with my brother. It was about 9 years ago, and I can't remember. I've performed a couple of covers, and I remember doing, do you know, It's Not Unusual, Tom Jones.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Cool.
I just remember I was really nervous because it was my first performance, but I think having my brother there sort of helped. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's cool.
Who would you say is your biggest inspiration as a musician?
So I take inspiration from like a number of different bands and artists, like Nirvana, Green Day, the Eagles, The Cure, some folk artists too, like the Corrs. Honestly, it's really quite hard to say who my biggest inspiration is. I mean, honestly, I think Nirvana was the band who like inspired me the most to write songs. Because I feel an emotional connection to their music, so I would say in songwriting they're my biggest inspiration. Yeah,
mine is probably Queen, Elton John. I think Freddie Mercury's sort of presence on stage and sort of flamboyance and sort of vocal range is sort of why he's sort of my inspiration and sort of want to be like when I perform.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury is amazing. Yeah, to be fair, like, exceptional vocalist, like, amazing range. Like, yeah, he's a legend, really.
Yeah. What interests and hobbies do you have outside of music?
So I'm really into photography and art. For quite a long time, like probably since the age of like 7, maybe. I've had a love of taking photos, and I like kind of like first self-taught myself photography. And I did a course in it at Stills, which is on Coburn Street. I think you know it, actually. I remember you saying. So I did 2 courses there, which was really fun. And yeah, it was great to learn how to do it properly and like make your own projects and stuff like that. But yeah, photography's something I'm really big into, and it's something I want to pursue as a career as well. So yeah, I love it. My photography is like a variety of like landscape and cityscape and nature and still life. And I also like draw and paint landscapes a lot, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm quite arty really. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned to you before, but I had done photography at high school, and like says I went to stills as well, like being in the dark room and sort of seeing, sort of developing the photos and stuff.
Yeah, I love the dark room. Like the dark room's just like amazing. Like it's so magical when you see the photos come to life. Like it's great, great.
And on you're talking about, I've actually got a community mural project coming up. It's sort of in the closing stages, so I can let you know the information about that if you wanted to be involved in helping with it.
Sure, yeah, you can let me know, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you already...
Sounds great.
Yeah, I think you already answered this one, but who is your favourite musician or band and why?
So, I mean, I have two favourite bands, Alice in Chains and Nirvana, which are both grunge bands. As I kind of mentioned before, I feel like an emotional connection to both of their music. And I think the lyric writing is amazing, like really poetic. And I think the musicianship is exceptional, like especially the guitar playing. So yeah, they're my two favourite bands.
Yeah, mine is probably, like I mentioned, Queen and sort of, probably Queen, really, like I mentioned to you before.
Yeah, no, Queen's definitely a good band as well. Like, exceptional music. It's amazing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think you just mentioned about songwriting and stuff. What's your songwriting process that you go through when writing songs?
So I tend to come up with the lyrics first. I write down something that like comes to mind, or like if I'm feeling like a really tense emotion or feeling or thought, like I would write it down and kind of put it into words and turn it into poetry, like using metaphors and similes and personification and what have you. And then the next bit kind of varies. Like sometimes I come up with the chords first and then a melody, and sometimes it's the other way around. So, I mean, I'd say my song structure most of the time is like verse, chorus, verse, etc., etc. So, yeah, that's basically my songwriting process. It's quite variable, really.
Yeah, I think I'm quite similar to you when I'm writing songs, because I sort of write the lyrics first, and it's strange sometimes, like you've mentioned, it's sort of, the lyrics come to you in sort of strange places. Like one time I was sort of in the Asda's car park and sort of a lyric sort of comes to your head, and sort of do it from there. It's quite strange. I know the places are like so random. Like it's pretty, it's insane really. It's cool though. Yeah. What would you say your favourite musical genres are, and is there any you don't like?
I mean, I basically like anything in the rock category really. The one I listen to the most is grunge. But I also like new wave and 80s pop as well. but yeah, I mean, anything in the rock category really, like, grunge, punk, heavy metal, soft rock, hard rock, like, you name it. Yeah. I like a lot of things in the rock category. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of contemporary pop. Like, it's just not really my kind of vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not really. I to be honest, like, I don't really know a lot of pop songs that are in the charts at the moment, because I don't listen to them. So, yeah. I mean, other genres like jazz or soul or rhythm and blues, like, if they're playing in the background, like, I would happily listen and engage with them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it doesn't really, like, yeah, I mean, I could listen to, like, I could listen to pretty much anything, really, like, even classical, like, I don't mind. It depends really what mood I'm in, honestly. Like, yeah, so, I mean, that's like, the kind of genre, that's my thoughts on, like, musical genres.
Yeah, I would probably say I'm quite similar. I'm sort of quite eclectic in, like, my favourite genres, but I'd probably say the one I don't like is probably heavy metal. I think it's just too much for my head to handle, but yeah, I would say I'm quite eclectic, quite like, I can go from sort of my 60s to sort of opera to classical to jazz. I'm sort of like eclectic that way.
Yeah, it's that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, it's nice to have an eclectic taste, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, some people probably won't know that, but myself and Steve were in a band together many moons ago called Life's Limits. We wrote a few songs together as part of this, but we didn't perform them sort of on stage or anything. I just wondered how you thought working with me was.
Yeah, I enjoyed working with you. It was fun to write songs together and, like, get to know each other's perspectives and taste and that sort of thing. Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah. I would say, like, I haven't really collaborated with anybody since. I don't really feel like collaboration is really my thing. Like, I kind of prefer to work on my own terms, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't really collaborated much at all, really. Yeah.
Yeah, probably say I have done sort of small collaborations because I've released a few albums over the last couple of years and sort of had collaborations on songs, but I haven't been sort of collaborating in a band sort of vibe or anything like that. I think, it just depends. It just depends on the person, really, doesn't it, if they prefer to collaborate or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, everybody's different in that way. Some people prefer to work solo, and some people like collaboration. It's very varied.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all my questions. Thanks for letting me interview and rescheduling it.
No problem at all. I really enjoyed the interview. Like, it's been great. It's been great chatting to you, and great to kind of, like, express my thoughts. So yeah, no, it's been great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem. Would you mind playing us out before we finish off?
Of course, yeah, that would be great. Just give me 2 seconds. I've got my guitar here. So this song is one of my own, and it's called "A Star on Clouded Nights." They talk on the street today, say, come hear wonderful music. And the first thing I hear is how can people be so nice? Says it brings us joy, that this community is there for each other, and that it never gonna change. Everyone here seems to know you. Even a stranger will treat you like a friend. Oh, life ain't easy and we struggle for survival. There's always a reason to smile. I would turn outside just to look a little closer, to see the true beauty of this hidden town. And when you know how much things here have changed, yes, there's hardship, but it's a storm, but it's not. Everyone here seems to know you. Even a stranger will treat you like a friend. Oh, life ain't easy and we struggle for survival. There's always a reason to smile. Everyone here seems to know you. Even a stranger will treat you like a friend. Oh, life ain't easy and we struggle for survival. There's always a reason to smile. There's always a reason to smile. There's always a reason to smile.
That sounded really good, thanks, Stevie. Was that I think you mentioned before that was about the Niddry and Creamer community, is that right?
Yeah, that is what it's about. Yeah. No, I really enjoyed writing that song. It's lovely. It's lovely to write about Craig Miller. That's what that's about.
Yeah. So thanks again for letting me interview and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you very much. No, thank you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
No problem.